Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving deep into how AI is not just changing our work, but actually boosting our human potential, almost like supercharging our agency.
Absolutely, it's a transformative shift, comparable to the early days of the internet, but maybe even bigger, right?
Yeah, exactly. Think about it. This whole discussion is inspired by insights from Reid Hoffman's super agency and even backed by McKinsey. They're asking how companies can harness AI to unlock creativity and increase productivity, turning potential roadblocks into
Mm.
opportunities.
And it's interesting because while bosses might worry about AI replacing jobs, workers seem to have a different perspective. It turns out that employees are, like, 3 times more likely than their leaders to believe that AI could replace about 30% of their work within just a year, right?
Exactly. And that perception gap is huge. But here's the twist. They're not sitting back in fear. They're actually eager to gain AI skills, to reskill themselves so they can actually use AI as a tool rather than fear it taking over.
Yeah, so it's not just pessimism, it's a readiness, an appetite. But then, there's this mix where a slight majority of employees are optimistic, while about 41% remain apprehensive. It's like, there's enthusiasm, but also a need for a supportive transition.
Exactly. And what really stands out is that the internal push mostly comes from the millennial crowd, particularly those aged between 35 to 44. They're not only experienced with AI, with about 62% reporting high expertise, but they're in those mid-level management roles, perfectly poised to champion these changes.
Right. That's really insightful, but don't you think there might be a risk there? I mean, could all that rapid enthusiasm mean that some risks might be overlooked, like safety or cybersecurity concerns?
Absolutely, that's a great point. It creates this tension between speed and safety. Workers want to get results quickly. The competitive pressure is immense. But almost half of them are really worried about issues like inaccuracies and cybersecurity risks.
Mm, and that's a crucial warning to leaders everywhere. Don't stir the pot too fast. Trust becomes central, right? Interestingly, employees seem to trust their own companies more than others to get AI right.
Yes, it's almost a vote of confidence. But then the global picture gets complicated. McKinsey's C-suite survey shows leaders outside the US are a lot more cautious, even favoring more regulation. They call them gloomers sometimes, ranging anywhere between 37% to 50% internationally versus just 31% in the US.
Yet, despite that caution, more than half of those international execs want their companies to be early AI adopters, which is like a higher ambition than what we see in the US. For instance, in India, about 55% of leaders expect significant revenue lifts thanks to AI. That's huge.
Right, it tells us that globally, the ambition is balanced by caution. And while we're focusing on the workplace, the impact of AI isn't contained to just the office. It's also radically changing manufacturing.
Exactly. Let's switch gears to the factory floor. Industry 4.0 is all about converging digital, physical, and even biological technologies. And AI is right at the center of it, thanks to the industrial IoT.
For sure. Imagine billions of connected devices, projected at around 36.8 billion by 2025, feeding real-time data. AI uses that to monitor quality control, optimize machine settings on the fly, and manage tool wear. It's like the whole production process becomes smart and
Yeah,
adaptive.
and then there's the workstation level, where collaborative robots, or cobots, work side by side with humans.